Ash looks younger now. What the fuck? He looks chibi. Looks like he belongs in Beyblade. Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, here with me, myself, and I on the ones and twos, and this is WeAINTseenIT Reactions, the place where I react to everything I ain't never seen. And if you read by the title, you know it's time to react to some openings. And what specific openings are we going to be reacting to today? Pokemon openings. Yes, all of the openings to the legendary video game franchise Pokemon. Particularly the anime, that is. I'm pretty sure if we reacted to the openings on the games, they will be very brief. But yeah, we're going to be doing this to the openings. And I, for one, am excited about this because I am, for the most part, a Pokemon fan. But I would say that I'm not an avid, die-hard Pokemon fan. I feel like Pokemon was just a phase part of my life, if you guys know what I mean. Because if you were a 90s kid growing up, you knew that you had to play Pokemon. Everybody was talking about it, from the material, like the games and all the different stuff, like the cards. You wanted to get that rare Charizard. You were one of those people, man. You had the booklets, you had all the memorabilia and the merchandise. Yeah, and it was a fun time, man. I was into the anime, but I ain't gonna lie to you, like, I think I fell off about around the time that Johto came out. I still remember, obviously, the first opening, which is always going to be that classic, but some of the other openings, they're kind of vaguely embedded in my brain. I still remember Johto, and I think they had another one called Master Quest that I really loved. But after that, I fell off, man. Like, I was like, I'm gonna stick to the games. Like, I was a big Pokemon player. I love playing the Game Boy games. I think the last one that I was able to play was Pokemon Silver and Gold, respectively. And also Pokemon Stadium 2. As you can hear, I got that Lance theme playing. I know a lot of people have complaints about Lance getting his theme swapped over for Rivals, but I just love this theme right there. I always go to the gym and work out to this because it makes me feel like a final boss, even though Lance wasn't the final boss. You know, they reserved that for Rival. But yeah, I love the music in Pokemon, so I was like, man, let me go ahead and finish this chapter, because if I'm not mistaken, Ash became the Pokemon master. You know, he was the champion, he won a trophy and stuff. So I was like, man, let me see what's going on. Let's see how much the animation has improved and how much character development Ash has, because for me, he was always the immortal 10-year-old. So yeah. Without further ado, man, we gonna do this. I'm gonna try not to have this too loud. I'm not gonna be utilizing the actual audio source, because you guys know how it is up in these YouTube streets. They like to copyright everything. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Let's go ahead and jump into this. This is gonna be the first reaction, and we're gonna go all the way from openings 1 through 26. And yeah, let's try to get this like goal to 1,000. And if we hit that threshold, I'll react to the Japanese counterparts, the original formula for all the openings. So let's do that, guys. Smash that like button right now. But here we go. Oh yeah, this bring back memories right here. Sound like Michael Jackson singing that shit. I barely even remember these things. If I'm not mistaken, that's a Rapidash, a Zapdos, and I have no idea. Okay, a Dratini and a Lapras. It's you and me. Shit, bring back memories, bro. In a world we must defend. A carrots with ballast groove. Classic, bro. Boy, Ash had his drip on point too. This one was lit too. I remember this one. Wonder what kind of wave grease they was using in that Pikachu's head. We are living. So he had the Snorlax hitting the Pop Lock, hitting that Chris Brown crump on him. Greatest master. Boy, you couldn't tell the kids shit. We wasn't hearing nothing what y'all had to say when it came to this. This right here was the jam, yo. Look at that old outdated font they have, that little CGI. Oh my god, this looks really good. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Yo, they just blocked the Pokemon Johto region. Okay, hold on guys, I'm gonna try something real quick. Let me do something. Let's go. Hey, I forgot both of these characters' names, but I remember them in gold and silver. Everybody wants to get there. What's there? Up the ladder. Hey, Gary thought he was on his edge lord shit. You see him with the cloak? Yeah, this is the next generation of Pokemon. Catch 'em all. You can catch these balls all up in your face. I always had a crush on Jessie too. Jessie had a going on, bro. I remember that Pokemon too. She was in Diamond, or he was in Diamond. It's like Mewtwo and Mew were kind of old school. They were late. Let's do it. This one was funky too. I love this one. Hitmontop. So when they brought in the rookie or baby versions of the characters or the Pokemon, Milkow. Like Ash finally got a chance to harness the power of Charizard. Be a winner, born to be the champion. Yes, I remember all of these, bro. Eevee got a new form. Can't tell me shit. I'm gonna stick to that path. Literally runs away. Yeah, that part right there was epic. That was literally like 20 seasons worth of running upstairs. It's like the old trio, they were old news by the time these came out. Oh, Ash drip changed. Yeah, this is when I completely tuned out, guys. When we got a new cast of characters, it's like Misty is gone, Tracy's no longer there. This is when I was like, this is taking too fucking long. I want to see this character actually develop. I don't know who that is. Pokemon Advance, yeah. I vaguely remember this song. It's like the fucking Pokemon too. It's like the designs, they started to look like toys. Okay, Sailor Moon action. Still trying to bag Nurse Joy and Jenny, I see. Nobody tried to go for Jessie, though. I would have been trying to get that. Oh, shit. Oh! Why does it sound like Cody Rhodes' theme? Aw. So they can fuck your flowers. That shit out of here. There's too many Pokemon. Like, this is where you would have to go ahead and do population control. The fuck was that? Okay, so Tracy and Misty are still around, I see. That is a weird looking Pokemon. They got Beyonce up in this shit? That must be the new Elite 5 or whoever. Okay. Alright guys, so let's take a pause for the cause right there. So yeah, as you can see, it's like, I don't know, it's something that was like a disconnect for me with the next generation, particularly this advanced Pokemon era. You know, it's like I always thought that they should have stopped at a certain point, but they just kept on ramping it up. You know, I'm like, we already have enough. You know, Johto, it was a good era, it was a good jumping off point to bring us more, but at some point during that specific area, that's when things should have just kind of came to a halt, and they should have focused on having more evolutions for each Pokemon. Because another thing that kind of like made me scratch my head is when they announced the whole Mega Evolution thing, which I thought was a huge ripoff to Digimon. But then again, essentially, people call Digimon a ripoff of Pokemon, even though it's based off of an old kind of Tamagotchi type game that evolved into other components like card games and ultimately an animated adaptation. But yeah, I just felt like the Mega Evolution was just too on the nose and too similar to the Mega Digivolution or Mega Evolution, you know, like it's called in Japan. So yeah, most of the Pokemon to me, they started to take on the form of these weird shapes and proportions. You know, it's almost like they lost that organic look to them. Some of them look like toys and other things. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of them. These themes are pretty good too, but I don't think they really just like match up to the openings of the first few years. They don't stack up that well to me because they got the similar singer. I don't know, I feel like I'm being hypocritical though. They got I don't know, the guy, he just doesn't change up his range and add more to the openings. But let's keep it going, man. I'll still give these new like advanced era openings a solid A though. They're still really good. But let's keep it going. All right. There's something generic about them, man. Like they ain't hidden. Hey, you about to barf up all his Aurora Beam or whatever the fuck that was. Okay. And then they got shorter too. I was like, how you gonna let me bop? As soon as I start to vibe to this shit, it just goes off. I like that guitar. He spit bars too. Yes. Diamond and Pearl. Bruh, see? You see what I'm talking about? It's almost like the whole aspect of Saturday morning cartoons and anime lost its luster because for whatever reason the showrunners thought it would be a brilliant idea to condense these awesome openings into these 30-minute snippet or 30-second snippets. I wish they were 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure they got like extended versions of these. But yeah, they got shorter. I was like, every anime opening should have a minimal of 1 minute or maybe even 1 minute and 30 seconds. I think that's like the spot that you stop at, the 30th second of that 1 minute. So yeah, the 1 minute and 30th second mark. These right here, this one is a really good one, but what kind of takes away from it is the fact that they just reduced it to a 30-second one, man. Shame on them. Diamond and Pearl, it rocks. It has a good sounding guitarist and the vocals. I gotta go and give a shout out to the vocalist, man. But let's keep it moving. All right, we jet skiing. When Brock gonna go back home, man, and help his dad with his brothers and sisters, though? Okay. Uh-huh. I got Sheryl Crow singing this? Battle Dimension. Uh-huh. Sing it. What the fuck? That looks cool. Galactic Battles. Uh-huh. All right. That's right. Yeah. Mewtwo and Mew still hanging around, I see. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I feel that one. Sinnoh League Victors. Oh my goodness, this one looks rough. What the fuck is this bad CGI Pikachu? Is this the Adventures of Johnny Quest 2000? Yeah, this is when whatever CGI animator they had, he was on CP or PCP or something, man. This looks horrible. Black and white. Okay, his drip done changed though some more. Ash got him a little yellow bone that he hanging with. Oh, that man has sacred Pokeball beads. Rival Destinies. It's always you and me. So they got duos now. Ooh, he about to blast up everything. What is that? Is that a new evolved form of Dragonite? Unova. Oh no, y'all can't remix the classics. I guess. They still rolling with that raggedy ass Wobbuffet? Okay, Pikachu throwing out electric Hadoukens? Okay, I commend them on trying to remix the opening of the classic, but that right there did it so much disservice, man. For one, we already had a remix to the original one, you know what I'm saying? When we saw the Pokemon full-length movie, who was that singing that? Was that Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Nonetheless, yeah, they did that a huge disservice, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't got, I don't know, I felt like the vocals wasn't hidden, and not to mention, they cut it short. How you gonna cut it short like that? You know, like that right there, it's bad enough. Pokemon, it already has a childish kind of sound to it, like the original already had like that kiddie feel to it, but that one right there essentially made it sound like Kids Bop Pokemon opening. You know what I'm saying? You know how Kids Bop, they like to like milk the shit out of stuff and water it down. I'm just saying, vocals, it was pretty decent, but I don't know, I just feel like they did a huge disservice making it short like that. Some of these are bangers, but they're getting cut short. But let's keep it going. We on the 18th one. Be a hero. Oh yes. Ash looks like he's about to get somewhere in this one. It seems like we come a long way at this point. Uh-huh. Oh, we got some new characters. That was pretty good. I like that one. I like his shoes too, man. His drip has come a long way. His swag is too official. Hey. Oh, that look cool. Is this a new evil organization? Gotta catch them all, man. They didn't put a Z up in that bitch. That must be how it is, like with gold and silver when they added diamond. Yeah, they had an African tribal dude up in this. Ash looks younger now. What the fuck? He looks chibi. Looks like he belongs in Beyblade. Sun and Moon. Uh-huh. Boy. Uh-huh. Hey. Somebody was cooking up in the trap house and they made this beat. That shit sound dope as fuck, man. They should have got Young Thug up on this. Young Thug and Amigos to go ahead and add some ad-libs of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it a little more pizzazz, because it's already stomping on shit. I like that one right there. It's like they decided to just switch it all the way up. Which, you know, the openings, for whatever reason, they decided to go with a more pop beat. But when it came to the endings, you know, we had stuff like the Poke Rap, which I always thought was cool. That guy, he put a lot of soul on his vocals and shit like that. But this right here, this is a return to true form. If they can keep it up like that right there, man, I'm all in. That right there definitely get an S. Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures, man. Let's go. Pokemon, nigga. We going under the sea, niggas. What kind of armor they got on now? Uh-huh. Sun and Moon Ultra Legends. Yeah, I don't like the whole roundness of the characters now. It's something that's throwing me off about that. It's like they are de-aging them purposely. It's like Jesse and James still look pretty decent. I like the animation though, like the way it's moving. Maybe they're doing it for that reason. Wow. Oh, this looks very clear. Hey, okay. Are y'all both trying to impress the girl? Uh-huh. Take me. Take me. You better take me or I'm gonna slap you. Who is this new guy? Nice. Oh, Pikachu got the swagged up cap that you buy from the middle of the mall. Damn, they got Kung Fu gorillas up in this shit now. Machop, you better watch out. But guys, those were all the openings to Pokemon. All the English versions or the Western openings to Pokemon. Yeah, like I said, man, Pokemon had a lot of slaps, man. Like, I feel like even though 4Kids get the bad rap, you know, for all the different things that they did, you know, especially milking this particular franchise, they did it a huge service in some areas because Pokemon, it already had a cool factor. And it's hard to elevate those things, but I feel like they were able to do that when they added stuff that helped kids, you know, get more invested, like the Poke Rap or Who's That Pokemon? And the classic theme song that everybody knows, even if they're not an avid Pokemon fan. I feel like that song will always be recognized, even amongst the casual viewers or listeners. It's just so much that that you can like about Pokemon. They have different aesthetics. Even though I'm not the biggest fan or proponent of the newer generation of Pokemon, I think that there are fans that think that this is what they were missing. Pokemon, to me, when I used to watch it in comparison to Digimon, and I would go back and forth, I did think that Digimon had that cooler edge, especially from an aesthetic standpoint with the accessories and stuff. It's like you would see Garurumon have all these different add-on pieces as he gradually evolved. He went from just being this bare naked, just simply fur werewolf or wolf to a bipedal wolf or werewolf with brass knucks, the tethered jeans with the skull on there and all that junk, and then just go into a fully upgradable mech wolf with everything under the kitchen sink in terms of his abilities. You did have certain examples of that in Pokemon, such as Blastoise, who had the big old pumps coming out of his shell. And I'm pretty sure there are other examples too. But for the most part, it just seems like Pokemon were simply these organic beings that had things from their respective elements. If you wanted like a rock type Pokemon, you'll go to Geodude, or you would have an Onix, or if you wanted a steel type, you'll go to Steelix. And like a metal type of Pokemon, you will go to like a Suicune, if I'm not mistaken, or Scizor. One of those two. I think one of those two was like a grass or metal type. But you know what I mean? It's like everything was kind of like tailored to the elements that they came from. But this new generation, it seems like they did take it a step above. I think we did see a few Mega Evolution versions of Pokemons. I could be wrong. It looked like I saw something. I forgot what I said it was though. A Mega Dragonite version, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, it could have been something else, man. It could have been like another kind of Charizard or something. I'm pretty sure Charizard, he also has a Mega Evolution. But yeah, man, like I said, like the main gripe that I have with these is that they condensed them down. For whatever reason, I'm not sure if because this generation, their attention span is a lot shorter than the older generation that grew up with these shows. I know long form content, it's becoming less and less popular nowadays, and everything's about TikTok. So I want to believe that it's because of that, or it could have been on the actual station side of things. Like these showrunners, they kind of have to abide by the rules of the corporations that they're broadcasting these things on. And maybe the broadcasters just wanted to squeeze in more ads, so they told them to shorten the actual runtime for the openings. Who knows? But for the most part, I enjoyed all of them, even though I did have some complaints. Obviously, I'm not digging the aesthetics. It seems like the animators and the character designers were doing whatever they could to keep Ash up into that little boy box, because at the end of the day, if I'm not mistaken, Pokemon is a shonen, and shonen, they tend to be targeted towards the younger demographic within that, I want to say 4 to 13-year-old range, just to give boys something to strive for. It's all about goals, setting these ambitions and stuff of that nature. And I feel like Ash, by proxy, he fell victim to that, because like I said, Ash will always be the immortal 10-year-old. And the version that we got in the later openings looks like he just got de-aged by 5 years compared to what we saw in the first openings, so yeah, didn't really like that. But overall, if I were to rate these, I will give them I'm going to give them a high A+. I will say they come close to an S, but like I say, I had to dock off points because they shortened them. Some of these was going too hard to be shortened to just 30 seconds, man. Come on, dog. But that's going to do it for us today, man. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a few errors because some of these openings were blocked over here in the native territory, so I had to use a VPN in order to bypass that. So yeah, I do what I can, man. But like I said, guys, if you want to see me react to the Japanese openings of these, be sure to smash that like button, and let's try to hit that goal of 1K likes. But anyways, this is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer. We Ain't Seen It reactions. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time for some more Pokemon openings. Peace.